I got what I wanted, and it wasn't good enough. I'm going to be 100% real with you after this last game, Dolphins. Welcome to the channel. We're going to be discussing this just straight up. I mean, this is not meant to be a mean thing. It's not meant to say something negative about a person. But what we're clearly seeing right now, which I think the Dolphins truly need to do this, is Darrell Bevell is standing behind Mike McDaniel right now. Mike is not giving up play calling, and he clearly, I'm just going to be 100%, he's not ready to be a head coach. And we saw that. I mean, we'll go over the stats, but that last 2-minute drive, I think everyone watching, I've never seen a 2-minute drive that the ball was not spiked once. And what that kind of showed me is one of two things, maybe both. Obviously, Mike McDaniel is not ready to be a head coach. He doesn't understand the timing and the circumstances in a game. And on top of that, it looks almost like he feels this is a man card thing. And when I watch Mike, sometimes it almost feels like he knows he's going to get fired and that it's just whatever at this point. When I look at him, there's a certain point in time where, as a man, you should, your job is on the line, your reputation's on the line, everything is on the line. At a certain point, you have to, honestly grow some balls and start showing emotions on the sideline, showing, anger and frustration and, things like that show like you actually care. And what I'm seeing from Mike right now is it just doesn't even feel like, it feels like he's just kind of done. And this is what I'm seeing with a lot of head coaches right now. I kind of miss the day and age where head coaches would show emotion. And, if you really think of this, Dan Campbell shows emotion all the time. The people that are very quiet, the ones that you don't really see any emotion coming from them on the sideline, those people are, in my opinion, they're fakers. Quick intermission. If you're liking this video, do me that favor. Hit the like, hit that subscribe. Fins up, baby. Because life is going to hand you emotions. You're going to be excited. You're going to get angry at certain things. It's just a thing that's going to happen. Someone that doesn't get angry at things that don't go their way. Of course, I'll throw a Bible reference in there. Just like whoever is slow to anger is blessed by the Lord. But sometimes you get frustrated with certain things. And what I'm seeing from Mike McDaniel is just there's no will to fight at all. It just looks like he's just kind of floating in the water, and it is what it is at this point. So, sorry for talking so much. We'll go over the stats for the Miami Dolphins. It was Tyler Huntley, 7 for 13, 87 yards, and 1 touchdown, which is a Jonnu Smith thing that he basically did everything for him. He just passed it to him. And then you had Tyler Boyle, which was 8 for 13 for 74 yards. We'll get into that in a second. Devon Achane, 15 for 77. Raheem Mostert, 11 for 50, and a massive fumble. Jalen Wright, 5 for 33, which got all of that basically almost in the fourth quarter. Tyler Huntley, 5 for 20. And then you had Jonnu Smith, 7 for 96 yards and a touchdown, which is like... But Jalen Waddle had 1 catch. Tyreek Hill had 1 catch. They had as many catches as the fullback on this team. Odell Beckham had 0 catches. So, something that we need to discuss right now. Number one, we'll get to it, but the first thing I need to discuss is that we were running the ball great. And what I don't get about this is clearly when you saw Jalen Wright come in, it was a different type of running. And the first thing that I'm going to question right now is that you've seen Jalen Wright for the last 3 weeks, and he has looked incredible. And this game, Devon Achane is back. And basically throughout the first half, until obviously Mostert fumbled, you have 0 packages to get Jalen Wright involved in this offense, which is mind-boggling to me, because we're running the ball a lot. You don't even put Jalen Wright on the field till like the third quarter, and then what does he do? He rips like a 20-yard run. You see him do this in the New England game and in the Seahawks game, and you have nothing for him till basically you put him in because you're disciplining Mostert. Makes no sense to me. The fact that the second part we'll talk about, the fact that Boyle basically had the same stats as Tyler Huntley in what was essentially like one quarter versus the entire three quarters. And what this signals to me is that clearly, kind of like we saw in the Seahawks game, is that Tyler Boyle was a decent quarterback that we could have fielded, and we just had him on the bench the entire time. Played significantly better than anything Tyler Huntley has put on the field right now. Tyler Huntley is not a good quarterback. He gets scared in the pocket, he freaks out, and he doesn't know what to look at on the field. So Tyler Boyle, who's been sitting on the bench, plays better than Tyler Huntley has done in any of the games in basically one quarter. The third thing is that Mike McDaniel is essentially stuck in his ways, and he won't give up any of this stuff. So as an owner, I would look at this, and I understand that you want to have faith in someone that they'll turn it around. We're going to look at this, and this season is just a magnification of one of two things. Number one is that Mike McDaniel did not save Tua Tagovailoa. All that happened is that Mike McDaniel finally gave Tua weapons. That's the only difference between Tua in Brian Flores' era and Tua now, is that he had Tyreek Hill and basically Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill in this offense. That's the only reason why Tua looks better. It's not Mike McDaniel, because Mike McDaniel has no clue what he's doing when Tua is out. And number two is that I forgot what number two was. We'll just go to number one. Tua's coming back in a week. Clearly, Mike McDaniel has done nothing for Tua. The thing is that we're starting to see right now, which is cool, but also kind of sucks, is that all Tua really needed was weapons. And he's going to look good no matter what. He's going to find the open man no matter what. And what we're seeing right now is that's all that Mike McDaniel did. Mike McDaniel just got Tua weapons. That's it. Mike McDaniel is not a good coach. He doesn't call good play calls. Tua is this team. And the problem is that he's probably going to come back next week and it's going to look amazing. And Mike McDaniel is not going to get swept under the rug. What I would suggest is that we fire Mike McDaniel now and you let Darrell Bevell take over play calling so that we have the same play calls or the same plays, but you let Bevell handle the play calling, handle the head coaching duties, and let the offensive coordinator also handle the offensive coordinator stuff. Because I don't see this getting any better. I see us, even if Tua makes a run, getting to the playoffs, getting knocked out in the first round, and nothing happening. But if you let Darrell Bevell play call and take over head coach duties, it's going to give some sort of boost. Like, it's just going to do something. Mike McDaniel's atrocious. And it's not trying to bash him. It's just he's not ready to be a head coach. And what basically happened on this Miami Dolphins team, which is very clear to see right now, is that you got a head coach that, unfortunately, I'm going to be real with you, had a general manager that can get a lot of star players to this team. And this head coach got disguised by a good quarterback and superstar players. That's what it is clear. Like, you can refute, and the two haters can talk all they want. You can refute this all you want. Clearly, Mike McDaniel has continually gotten bailed out by Tua. And what it's clearly showing is that when we play good teams, this is where coaching comes in. This is where the coach shows how good of a coach he is, because every team that's in the playoffs or every team that's good, they're all good. The only difference is being out-coached by someone. And the best coaches, they out-coach people, because we're in the NFL. A lot of players are great. And every time throughout the last two seasons that we played teams that were good, Mike McDaniel got out-coached. And what this is a magnification of what's been happening for the past 2 years, is that Tua is in, Tua makes this team 4,000 times better. His accuracy, his timing, his anticipation gets everyone the ball. He's done this since he was with Brian Flores. And then he disguises Mike McDaniel until you play a Chiefs or you play a Buffalo or until you play, I don't know, who else did we lose to? A Baltimore when they're good. When they don't know what you're about. Obviously, the rookie year, people didn't know Mike McDaniel's system, so they couldn't get a hold of it. Now they have it. And like I said, Mike McDaniel's not ready to be a head coach. I know it's not going to happen, but I would hope and pray that maybe the owner just sees something right now and just goes, dude, even if Tua comes back and plays well, I mean, this coach just doesn't know what he's doing. He looks clueless on the sidelines. You have a guy named Darrell Bevel that can take over and give you experience, like true experience in this league, better play calling, and you can allow Tua to not take these hits. And you can have a shot against good teams. I mean, we'll end this just by saying, like, after this game, it's clear as day. Seeing that 2-minute drill and everything, it's clear as day that Mike McDaniel is not ready to be a head coach. He can be a good one eventually in the future, but he's clearly not ready to do it right now. And it's starting to show that now. And things are just starting to fall apart. You know, it just doesn't look good. You know, the defense is holding people and the offense is just struggling. And of course, like I said, Tua's going to come back, going to make this team great again. And they're going to praise Mike McDaniel for it. And I think after this year, you have to understand Mike McDaniel has nothing to do with this. It's all Tua. Simple as that. Love you guys all. Thank you for watching. Fins up, baby. Hit that like and subscribe if you like this video. Love you all. Peace.